All right, live on this one. I haven't fired up my Instagram. Huh? No, I don't even have the deck yet. So it's okay, guys. We'll figure this out like we always do. That was pretty cool. Got a phone call from one of my heroes in motorsports, McGrath. Had to give him a call back. Pretty cool to hear from him. And put this in my pocket. All right. I'm live now. Sorry, guys, running a little bit behind here tonight. How's it going, guys? Is this week 22? Really? I think it is. I'm going to flip this camera around. Take you guys for a little walk. Hey, Bazzy. Hi, Casey. Hi, Jen. Taking you guys over in the back. Want to show you a few items we got going on here in the fab shop. Over here, this car here is the UTT chassis for the UTV Worlds. This is our production-based chassis. One thing nice about building these cars like we're doing, it allows us to check the fits on, like example here, this is a notch that came that has about a 1/4 inch gap, unacceptable. So obviously this is what an acceptable gap would be. This is what our production cars will be. It'll be the closest, tightest gaps in the industry. But like this is a no-go. So when we're building these prototype cars, I'm basically checking tube fitment. We're not worried about building cars because we're not building the actual cars here. We'll build the actual cars in the factory. But what we have to do is we have to make sure these tube fits are as nice and tight as possible. I can take you over to another car here and show you what their production tube fits are. And I can tell you it's not even close to what's acceptable here at RGM and what we're building with the Speed UTV. But I want to show you guys this. You'll see this here. This is not like a Polaris where we just weld the tube to the side of it. This is just a placeholder so I can show you guys, but this tube does not fit even in the right location. So just doing a tube fit, like I said, on the UTTs. Got something pretty cool here. We ran SST a few weeks ago. This is R.A. Lyondike Jr.'s car. Yes, the Bachelor. He won Moto 1 at Road America. And I don't know if you guys saw that, but he actually landed on Sheldon Creed on the back of his truck, did a full 360 flip, landed on his wheels, and won the moto. This is an SST truck, modular chassis, but we did not have to replace chassis parts on this car. Basically, we had to do some rear bumper work back over in this back area, but this car will be ready for St. Pete again. Over here, you'll see the El Diablo, or no, El Jefe, sorry. This car here, the guys are probably going to question me, well, the car is still in the same position. You guys got to remember, we're not building every car here. We were just checking tube fits. So as we get the kits from the laser, we're just checking them. We're just making sure they fit. You know, we're calling out where the mistakes are. Just making sure that we give you guys the best car we could possibly give you. So this car was done as far as what we needed because it was a tube fit check more than anything else. So it wasn't just to build a car. It was just a chassis fixture check to make sure everything's right. So El Diablo, El Diablo, sitting here on the plate. We'll have 2 of these cars at the UTV World Championships. I don't know if I'll race 2 of them or we'll just race 1 of them. We might race our Dakar cars as well because the Dakar cars are, the Dakar Speed Cats are really the same wheelbase. The Dakar car does not have the billet front bulkhead, does not have the hydraulic power steering, does not have the speed engine, does not have the speed gearbox, but it's a darn fast car. And that car would be a good thing. We still sell components for the Textron XX. The suspension components on the Speed Cat Dakar car is the components that bolt directly on the XX. So we've got a double X over here, over on the surgery table. And this car here is getting reworked. This is a car that Max stuffed at Glamis and pretty much was a write-off, but Jack and the guys in the fab shop will kick butt again and turn this into a good race car. So we're going to turn this into a short NA car for them. Has stock suspension components, even though it has a 4130 upper bulkhead, has 4130 suspension. But this car will be back together. This is not the car that he'll run at the UTV World Championships. He will race his car that he ran at the Mint 400. Whoa! Got one down. You okay, buddy? You okay? Yeah. All right. He crashed. Rob, you okay? He walked into the roller here on the notcher and went down. So we'll walk you through the engineering department one more time. I think I've showed you this a couple times, but our schedule is very gnarly. There's the schedule, timelines, things we got to do. Over here, radiators, axles, components, pieces all over the place. This is our little table here where we set things up. It's our Speed UTV final. As you see, most items are checked off of these cars. You got to remember, when they're checked off here, that means they're final, and done. And we'll talk about manufacturing process and stuff like this. These are just things we're working on for the, those items there are for the UTV Nationals. And then these items down here, just some other items we're working on for accessories. Walk over here to Daniel's computer. We lost one of our soldiers over here. So Kyle is no longer on the ship. He had to go back to school. I hope he's enjoying his quarantine in Canada, because I think he's got 2 weeks in the basement. Over here, the unicorn up there. Everybody's been giving me a hard time because we broke a drive shaft at Vegas to Reno, and they say my unicorn is a donkey. Well, we're going to show them what kind of donkey it is soon enough. But the cool thing is there's so many prototype parts on that car, and to break a drive shaft was not a prototype part. That's a basic part that we purchased, and I believe that our supplier forgot to put the clip in it. So that's what we call racing. Walk over here. Not going to show you a lot of the unicorn. I got some components over here that are getting made over in the machine shop. Just a bunch of little pieces and parts. Pretty cool little pieces for, this is a power steering filter cooler that we run on the Stadium Super Trucks. But just some examples, some of the parts that we do make. And I'll get ready for tonight's show. Guys, I do want to show some stuff here. We got another one of our containment seats in. These are carbon fiber. Very nice seats. This seat here was custom made, so I will do custom seats for people. Keep that in mind. If you call me for a custom seat, I will do that for you. You got to give us a proper timeline to do it. But this was made for Mr. Bill Hines in his UFD blue. That's the seat that will go in his SST truck for hopefully mid-Ohio, but for sure St. Pete. And we'll get ready for tonight's show. So give me just a minute. I'll be right back to you guys. It's kind of weird being back in the shop. It's been 3 weeks. We did Road America on the show on the road from the pits. We did the Vegas to Reno from the South Point over at the convention center, where we want to hold some of our speed delivery parties. So we did that over in Brendan's and Michael Gaughan's facility over there at South Point in the arena. They got a really cool bar up above, and it'd be an awesome place to display the Speed UTVs, build a little tabletop, let everybody touch the cars, put on a little show for you guys, as well as bring all of our customers and dealers out for a good time. So that is in the works. Then we have, last week we did it from California. Todd's got some rep meetings in the sales department going on this week in California, so I'll pop over to California come this weekend and meet with all those guys and girls on Monday. But a lot of people have seen that we have started to close out your orders, and you guys have configured your car, you've picked out your accessories, and your order is processed, it's going. So thank you for doing that. Thanks for being patient with us, and hopefully from what I've been told from our customers that have purchased cars is that that they enjoyed the process, they like the experience and what we're teaching them with our cars. So Fabrication Solutions is laughing about something. I don't know what he's laughing about, but okay. All good. Some of you guys just have no idea what you're talking about. It's wonderful. I love it. Get ready for tonight's show. So thank you. I'll walk through. Let's talk about real quick the process of building a UTV, and let me kind of explain what goes in. Obviously, you design the car, you test components, you go to final design, you go to molds and fixtures, and then you build prototype cars, and then we build production cars. And we have pulled mold on all of our components. So I showed you guys pictures of shocks. We've showed you hubs and spindles. The next thing we'll show you is front differential and the hydraulic power steering will be the next big component. We've showed you chassis, but understand this is a process. This is not, we're not building 20 trophy trucks or 18 trophy trucks like guys have done in the last 3 to 5 years. Probably 2 years, about 9 trucks a year in 2 years is probably realistic. I want you guys to start thinking about building 80 cars a day. It's a completely different process than building 9 trucks a year. And the tooling and the multiple sets of tooling it takes to do this undertaking is awesome. And I wouldn't be able to do this without the experience from Polaris. Then again, the experience from Articat, the things we learned in designing those cars and the manufacturing process. And I believe that I'm confident, I not just believe, I'm confident that the Speed UTV will change the industry with regards to UTVs and possibly the automotive industry as well, the way we've allowed people to configure their car, accessorize their car. I'm not aware of anybody being able to do that. You look at the color options, you look at the choices that you guys get to choose with your vehicle, your seat options, your wheel options, your tire options, your radio options, light bars, etc. You get to really build what you want, and it'll come as a configured car. So I want to thank everybody for being patient on this. It was, please remember, we only started this project about July, August of last year. We started to build the first initial prototypes, and we're through a complete design process, new manufacturer. We got fuel tanks that have passed the soak test already. We've got engines on the dyno. We've got cars doing their evaluation stuff. So these are all stuff that we're not going to show you because we want to make sure that we pass and that we're good. But you see me wearing the MagnaFlow shirt today. Richard and my buddies over there at MagnaFlow hooked us up last week. Maybe some of you guys follow my Instagram. My Instagram followers obviously do, but I don't know about the other guys. Basically called Richard and said, "Hey, we need a better cat. We're not good enough." And literally the next morning they went in and they built us something that not only was good enough, but it allowed us to start adding performance back to the car. So I want to thank MagnaFlow for all your support over the years and jumping through hoops to get us some components so that we are now under the level we need to be in California. California emissions is the hardest emissions to pass, and now we're doing our mileage testing now, and we are under where we want to be. So I want to thank those guys as we get into tonight's show as well. Behind me, I've got, this is basically we've issued invites up to master number 600. If you're under 600, not received an invite, please email Todd at speedsxx@gmail.com, and let's figure out why you didn't get your invite. I know a lot of people have received their invites, but can you please reach out to us or reach out to Speed UTV, and we'll make sure that either we have the wrong email for you or something's changed in the process. Things change from month to month, so let us know. But I know that we've closed out a ton of cars. We have a good idea of what our accessories are looking like, what kind of accessories people are purchasing, and I've got a bunch of cool stuff going there. So if you're having a problem with that and you haven't heard from us, if you're under car master number, please remember master number 600, please reach out to us. Anything over master number 600, please be patient. We will get to you. And we're doing this in the order when people purchase cars. So thanks for that. Chassis, you know, tonight's post on Instagram, you know, was kind of funny. You know, you go look at what a new Polaris is, or what a new Ford is, or what a new Dodge is, and you look at how the manufacturers share information with their customers. And the other manufacturers show you a zebra striped car with stuff covered over the front, stuff covered over the rear, as obviously they're going through their process. Our process has been completely different with you guys, guys and girls. We have been open with you. We've shared you the inside. We've allowed you guys to challenge us, and we've made the right decisions throughout the process. And I believe together, with all your help and support and ideas, we have built a better vehicle. And that's so I think, you know, yes, there's a small group of engineers here, but the input that you guys have been able to help us with has been great. Obviously, I had my own ideas what I wanted the car to be like, but just little things here, little things there, you know. Hey, I don't like the way the dash is. I don't like the seating position. I don't like this from my Can-Am, or I don't like this from my Polaris. Would you consider it? And some things we considered, some things we were already set in our own way. But this was pretty cool here. And I know Rob can zoom in on this over there, maybe not. We actually share with you the tube dimensions of the tube colors of what each one of these tubes' diameter is, size-wise is, and structure. Not only did we share it with you, we shared it with Bill Savage. Bill Savage is the technical director right now for UTV World Championships, and he has approved our car with the roll cage, provided that you put your door bar in, as a production chassis that would be raceable in the UTV World Championships. So our 2021 Speed UTV El Jefe, El Diablo, and the Bandit would all be raceable. And if you look, some people take a Can-Am four-seater and they make them a race car. We actually built the ideal wheelbase for a 200 horsepower plus powered vehicle. I believe 110-inch wheelbase, 77 inches wide is the optimum, most ideal wheelbase you can have. It's directly between a Can-Am two-seater and a Polaris four-seater, or actually probably closer between the Polaris two-seater and the Polaris four-seater. But as you've seen with our car that we ran at the Met 400 this year, short wheelbase was plenty good too. And obviously shorter wheelbase is lighter, but you gotta have your suspension working really good if you're gonna be short wheelbase, because you gotta be able to get on top of it and not have it kick or bump. But I believe still that the 110-inch wheelbase is the optimum wheelbase for racing. I believe 110-inch wheelbase will be the optimum wheelbase for general off-road in the western regions of the United States, also South America, Dubai, Saudi Arabia. 110-inch wheelbase is a perfect wheelbase for a UTV. So we are the only ones in the category there, and provided that we make a manufactured car, we can obviously race them in the race series. So if it's either Dakar, Best in the Desert, Score International, or UTV World Championships, manufacturers are determined of what wheelbase their production cars are, and you're stuck with that for racing. So we offer 3 size chassis, which I believe we optimize the racing package for all forms. But please remember, this is not just a race car. This is a car that I want to say it the right way is a fun weekend warrior car. It's an adventure car, and it can be made a race car, but you do have to weld up your cage clamps and put in your extra door bars. We did throw some corner gussets in there that Bill mentioned, and we're actually throwing them in as our production vehicle as well, because it's the right thing to do, which will make the chassis and the welds more safe and sound. So, configurator deadline. Question here is configurator deadline. Obviously, over here, I'm going to zoom in. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know if you're zooming in over on that side as well. This is a El Diablo adventure car. Obviously, has a roof rack, light bar, windshield, front bumper, speed, lighted whip antenna. It's got a lot of features on this car. But the question is, it depends on the deadline depends on your order number. If we're closing in and getting close to when it's your time, and you have not processed your order or closed out your order completely, we will reach out to you and say, hey, knock, knock, knock. We need your order. We need to figure out what it is. Don't panic. If we haven't started knocking on your doors and we are going to do 400, at the first 400 will come at the first run. Second 400, we'll probably do it in 400 or 500 car tranches. But that's why we're all the way up to 600. So we will stay in order. We will build your car in order. And I know that either Mike, Kyle, Carla, Connor, Ginger, or Todd has been communicating with all you guys. And I know that from what I've been told, the process has been fairly seamless and smooth. So thank you for your patience on that. But we'll let you know when you're getting close to having to process your order. Like I said, we have set out up to number 600. I believe next week we'll open it up to number 700, but we're still closing out the first 600. How many have closed out, Ginger, total? Give me a rough guess. Around 200 of the 600 cars that we have sent out requests, you guys have closed your car out. So 200 of 600, and like I said, the order will be placed in 500 car tranches. So if you're one of the first 500 cars, please get with our reps, get yourself a time slot. Let's meet, let's walk through the process, and let's get you closed out, because we have a lot of things that have to happen. Think about graphics, think about accessories that go on your car. We have to do this all simultaneously, and it needs to be seamless. So we'll start pushing you guys a little harder here in the next few weeks. We're ramping up more sales members here to be able to close out some of your orders. Final payment is the next question. When is final payment? When is the final payment due? Final payment is due 30 days prior to vehicle delivery. Arrangements will be made with you or your lender to arrange for a final payment before delivery of vehicle. If you're paying for your car direct, then you'll contact us here at the office, and we'll start closing out your order as well. And you are welcome to make a bigger down payment as you choose. If you want to start making payments towards your car, that's your choice. And we will now allow you to do that now that we're getting your configurator, but we will not take more payments until you configure your car. So to be able to put more down on it, please configure your car and figure out that process. I want to give you guys some rough numbers with dealers of where we're at now. This thing has taken off. It's out of control, and it's a good thing out of control, but over 6,000 cars with dealer commitments right now is where we're at. So thank you for following this. I want to thank all of the dealers that have stepped up to be our partners, from Coin Power Sports, who was our first dealer, to Nash, to Burt's, to Temecula, to Fun Bike Center, to Carson Power Sports. I'm going to miss some of you guys. We got a couple new. I know Todd was meeting with guys this week in Phoenix. We're excited about the opportunities out there, and we appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to be in your flagship dealers. You know, there's nothing better than putting the Speed UTV next to a Can-Am and Polaris, and we look forward to putting them right next to them on the dealer floor. All right, Scott, you're magic, man. Thank you. Over here, I just switched over to the radio and intercom. And, you know, I really don't like the way it says rugged versus PCI. Both of these guys are my friends. So it's not a challenge between the two. It's just a personal preference. I please want to state that out, that you, the customer, you know, we could say, okay, we're going to give you one radio and intercom, but that's not the way we do it here at Speed UTV. We want to give you the products you guys want. So we gave you a rugged and a PCI radio to choose from. On my trophy trucks, I use the rugged stuff. Todd uses the PCI. So, you know, there's just differences. And I love both guys. You guys are both great. And I say competition is, I guess, a good thing. One thing about the rugged, let's zoom into theirs real quick. Both radios are very similar. The rugged is a new radio that Rugged has just come out with. It's a digital and analog radio, and it does have a Bluetooth intercom, and it's got the push-to-talks. Now, we are going to put the push-to-talks on the dash. That's the way they're going to come from us, but that doesn't mean that you can't put a jumper wire with the extension over to the steering wheel. But they are going to come from Speed UTV just right to the right, the way that I race with them in our cars, the way that Max races with, the way our Dakar cars are, the way our UTV National cars are. Both will be done. And the reason for doing that is because it's honestly easier for us to install, and it's easier for you to work on the car if you want to get back behind that radio. You can remove 4 bolts, you can pull off your antenna, you can disconnect your power, and bam, you can pull your intercom out if you have an issue with it. You can inspect your wires. If there's wires running all over chassis, all over your car, through the steering column, or wrapped around the steering column, that's where things start happening. This is a very simple, very reliable way to do it. So both are good. Both are great radios. They both have been huge supporters of the off-road industry. And so we are going to give our customers both options to choose from. And you guys can choose which one you want. The Rugged has 2 options. It's digital and analog. One thing you have to be careful of, if your radio switches over to digital, you got to make sure you put it back to analog if you're talking to some of your friends. What's that? Okay, sorry. Let me adjust my camera here. There we go. Kind of out of way here. Give me just a minute here. Give me a little more room here. You would think after 22 shows we'd start getting this a little bit better. But I got to be honest, this show is not our priority. Our priority is building the best car in the industry. And yes, we spend some time on the show, but don't take it the wrong way. We just slap these things together and get on down the road so that we can focus on the most important thing, and that's the car. So, all right, so got something that we're going to introduce tonight. People have been asking, and you can purchase a base car. The base car comes with simulated bead locks, does not come with a roof, comes with an orange and black graphic, but this keeps our price down so that we can keep customers in an entry-level car. But this will be the highest performance entry-level car in the industry, period. Still has 225 horsepower, still has the speed shocks. It has the speed simulated wheels. It does not have a bead lock. Don't take that the wrong way. I probably will race the desert races with a simulated bead lock. And you say, well, why would you do that? It's lighter. Lighter is faster. We've been playing that game for years, and I think everybody knows that. But the same chassis, same suspension, same drivetrain, Doesn't come with the carbon fiber seats, does not come with the roof, does not come with the wheels, does not, and it has a lot less graphic package on it, but it is still your speed base car. So base car is orange and black. I think it's a bitchin' looking car, and it's an awesome entry-level car that you can upgrade as you go. And you can make this car virtually an RG car by the time you're done, but it just takes a whole bunch of accessories. Cost-wise, you'd probably be better off buying an RG from the get-go, but then again, we got to start people in the industry and get them into the sport, and I'm proud to offer you guys the best base car. Without a roof, without windows, I want to make sure that you understand this car is coming with arm restraints. I highly suggest that you use those. We gave you the arm restraints for a reason. We want you to use them. We want you to keep it safe. But this car does not come with a roof, does not come with window nets. Does not come with carbon seats, but it will come with the 5-point seat belt still. I believe that's a safety issue, and I'm just not going to skimp in that department. I believe that the not having the side windows is a safety, but all the other manufacturers do it. But so we're going to give you arm restraints, and I'm going to ask you to please put them on. I want you guys safe. Recap on suspension. We're going to change over here to page 8. Patented reversible lower and upper control arm. The first in the UTV industry that uses the same A-arm left and right, but it also uses the same trailing arm at the rear, left and right. It uses the same wheel bearing and wheel bearing holder on all 4 corners. It uses the same spindle and brake rotor on all 4 corners. One thing we've done with this car is we've eliminated the need for dealers and customers to have multiple spare parts. If you're just a weekend warrior, you want to go out and play, or you're a racer, you need less components when you go to the racetrack when you buy a speed UTV compared to any other vehicle. Plus, you have a properly designed suspension that has the lowest shock position in the industry. The lowest shock position in the industry, people ask, well, why does it matter if your shocks are lower? Well, if a shock weighs 50 pounds with a spring on it and I lower it 3 inches, I have a 3-inch lower center of gravity than your Polaris, and I probably have a 10 or 15-inch lower center of gravity than your Can-Am. So we have optimized the package and have given you guys the best package in the industry. And I'm sorry that we went off and patented all this stuff, but we had to protect ourselves and some of our intellectual property that we've been developing over the years. And you know, people can come back and say, well, some of the trophy trucks have it. Well, that Riviera truck sure looks like a lot of the geysers, Masons, and everything else out there in the industry. That was stuff we built back in the 90s. So it's our designs. These are very different because these are 4-wheel drive, and they are patented, and we have some very cool features on the Speed UTV. We have shown you the production shock. This is back to the model shock because that's what the shock will look like. It's a 3.25 outside can diameter, internal bypass, 12-inch stroke, 360 degrees. So that means one shock goes on all 4 corners. You can flip the reservoir wherever you want. Difference will be shock valving front to rear, and there will be a little bit of choke up in the front compared to the rear. But that's just a spacer that rides in your droop limiter that's inside your shock. The droop limiter is another patented part that we've been using, and we have brought stuff that we use from the Unicorn straight to the Speed UTV. So there is a lot of components and a lot of design features over the years that we've used on the Unicorn that have been proprietary that we've not showed people that have been built into these shocks. Dual rate springs with a finned reservoir, and it does have separate, well, almost broke my phone, sorry guys. Separate, there we go. Compression and rebound, adjustable. So you want to go to Glamis and you want to fly the thing like the 1999 behind Oldsmobile double, I would suggest putting some rebound in the rear and taking some rebound out of the front so you fly front high and fly like one of our stadium super trucks. But that's why we've done it, is so you can adjust it on the fly and choose your package. Components, I know I've showed you these, I just want to there's new customers here. I want to show the front spindle, double shear, top and bottom, monoball rod end, vented brake rotor, hub that plunges all the way through the bearing, large brake rotor bolts to hold the brake rotor to the hub, biggest bearing in the UTV industry. Actually, I was over at Reese Milton's, a friend of mine's shop, and his Class 1 car has a smaller wheel bearing than what is a production wheel bearing in our Speed UTV. This is that bearing housing, so these two components, I'm going to walk away and trip, huh? Sorry, tangled mess here. These components here are a package of one, so if you wanted to carry a spare wheel bearing package, you would have the gray one. You don't really need to have the bolts, but the gray one and the green one will be put together. This wheel bearing goes on all four corners. I got one sitting over there on the shelf. Can you hand me that? Here's one of our production parts. This is one that's completely assembled, but at least you see some features. The wheel bearing is this silver piece. It's separate from the spindle, but as you see on this fixture, there's the spindle. Hold it like that. Yeah, it's the exact same spindle. This spindle's here. Actually, wrong side, but that would be there. There's the wheel bearing. There's the bearing that pops in. The brake rotor obviously goes on the hub. Trying to close the screen. And bang, you got this unit here, which is this unit here. So this is a production spindle. You don't have to go to Fortin. You don't have to call somebody and make one of this. This is your forged production spindle on the Speed UTV. This is a render. We're going to turn into our weekly live calls right now. We haven't done this in a few weeks, and we've now got a cell phone that we'll start sharing with you when I'm on the road, because we'll be doing more testing. So I'll have a cell phone so you can call in to keep these live calls. I know some people don't like the live calls. I'm sorry if you don't like the live calls. A lot of people like them. They like the questions they get to answer. And so to make tonight's package a little different, the seventh call that I answer tonight is getting 4 free Speed UTV ratchet straps. So we're gonna start giving you guys stuff away. I see that BJ Baldwin gives stuff away. I'm gonna give some stuff away here. 4 ratchet straps to the number 7 caller of tonight. Maybe this will interest you guys in sticking around, and we'll ramp it up as the weeks go on and get you some other featured products. So 704-949-1255. The telephone's over there. Let me go bring it over here closer. It's probably ringing. It is. All right, unfortunately, you're caller number 1. You're not getting ratchet straps. How you doing?
Oh, man, what a bummer.
Thank you for calling tonight. How's it going?
Hey, man, is this Robbie?
Yes, it is.
Hey, man, I just want to start off by saying that, I love the race that you did at Vegas to Reno, man. It was unfortunate what happened, but you raced your heart out. The whole team did awesome, and I'm so overwhelmed on what the Speed UTV team is doing in this industry, man. I've been following you for years since I was a kid. But
Well,
my question is, calling tonight,
yeah.
is the UTV World Championship still into play? And if so, when you guys go out there with the Speed semi and all that, are you going to have displays on our seats so we can sit in them and see if how we like them?
Yes, sir. And that's one of the reasons we're coming out. So please know that we're bringing race cars to the UTV Nationals. We'll bring Max will be racing one of the double X's that he raced at the Mint 400. I will have a brand new Speed UTT there. My goal is to have a couple of those. Next week's show, we'll talk about production race cars. For people that want to build race cars, we'll show you a further build of our production race car. Basically, it's a turnkey, fuel cell, everything in it. But that will be sold through. It'll still be associated with Speed UTV, but that will be sold through the race team side with Team Gordon. And we will have those cars available for you because we have to obviously convert those over. Those will be non-EPA cars because they're for racing use only. They'll have fuel cells in them. They'll have all your accessories that you need to show up at a Best on Desert race to be competitive. So the race cars will be the feature of next week's conversation. I know you guys knew this was coming, and thanks for being patient, but my most important thing was to get the production tooling all pulled off 100% on the car so that we can get our assembly process rolling here. So thank you, and I hope I answered your question. But yes, I will have seats, we'll have some of our accessories there, and we'll be there. So I talked to Matt Martelli just the other day, and he told me that UTV Nationals is a play and that it's on track, and we're excited about it.
Okay, cool. That's awesome, man. And like I said, shout out to the whole Speed UTV team because it's not one person putting this all together. All your vendors, everybody you're in partnership, just good job to everybody. It's awesome. And my second question, and I'll let you go because I know you guys are busy. I'm about Master Unit 1300. I got the RG Edition Diablo. And what is our time frame around those numbers? I'm not in a rush. I know you guys got a lot going on. Just what is my time frame when that car around that number would be ready? Yeah,
we're going to be very transparent with you guys throughout this whole process. And around 1300 is a January project. Okay, I want to make sure that we're giving you realistic timelines. I'm doing everything I can right now to get the first 160 cars that got bought at Sand Sports. I'm trying to get Thanksgiving. It's a long shot. We're working hard, but we will be transparent. We'll let you know the process. The problem is there's 21,000 drawings in this car. There's 21,000 drawings or components in this car. Sounds crazy, but you start thinking about bearings and gaskets and seals and all the pieces. It's been a gnarly process. Now we are relying on a lot of suppliers, like you said, and we've got some great suppliers that have been working with us for years. So we are pushing them as hard as you guys are pushing me as well. So thank you.
Gotcha. Okay, Robbie, man, I'll let you go, and I just want to let everybody know that you guys doing an awesome job. Team Speed all the way, and I can't wait to get into my new RG Speed UTV because we're gonna kill the industry. It's gonna be a great time, man. Thanks for everything, and you enjoy the rest of your night, man.
All right, hey, thank you very much. And yeah, we're excited about the unicorn too. I know people are calling my unicorn a donkey, but
no, unicorn. I'm gonna recap on that real quick. I was actually out there watching you race, man, and I think it was around mile marker 40 around there when you broke, and I was like, where's Robbie? He's supposed to be passing, and then I was actually light feeding it, and somebody commented on that he broke a drive line, and that hit me. That hit my heart, and I'm pretty sure it hurt the whole Speed UTV family, and I was just very disappointed. But you know what? The whole Speed team pulled together. You guys got the truck back on the road, and you guys finished. But that's still the badass truck that I ever seen, and I hope it comes out in the Baja 500 and 1000 to get the first place win.
Well, thank you. Yeah, to build a new car with that many custom components, from the two-piece wheel to the portals that nobody has really seen up close how they work. They're very different than everything else in the industry. The front bulkhead differential with the steering and brakes, the way it's all done. There's no metal chassis. It's a completely different philosophy than what the industry is today. And so people say, okay, why do you do that? Well, we do it for weight. We do it for component weight.
You guys want to be number one, and you guys are going to always be that way in my eyes. But Robbie, I appreciate again everything that you and the whole team taught. Everybody's doing. It's going to be awesome. And to tell you the truth, you have fans all the way around the world, and I'm one of your biggest supporters. And I'm going to let you go. I know you're really busy, and you got other callers calling. So you take care and have a good night, buddy.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for your confidence in our products.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, you're Robbie Gordon. You're with Hey, you're with Robbie Gordon. This is caller number 2. Unfortunately, you're not picking up some speed ratchet straps. Sorry about that.
All right, no problem. Hey, this is Gilly, a longtime fan, interested in 2 cars right now.
Wonderful. What do you have cars, or you're interested in checking them out?
I have 2 Can-Ams that I'm selling hopefully next week that are a year old, still under extended warranty.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining the Speed team. We're excited about having Can-Am and Polaris customers come over here. Can I answer a question for you this evening?
I got a few questions. So
Yeah.
how's delivery going to work with the first orders if we order through you?
Well, if you order through us, we're going to do, obviously, COVID, and I don't see a near, well, I believe we're going to see a near future end to the COVID, hopefully a positive end on that as well. But my goal is to have delivery parties. Actually, it's not my goal. It was something that Todd Romano wanted to do. And we want to do, 100 cars at a time, meet in certain locations. But we will also have dealers we have our own dealership in Lake Havasu. We'll have our own dealership in Anaheim, California as well as Charlotte, North Carolina. There's 3.
Anaheim will be who?
That'll be Speed. It'll be Speed UTV at the Robbie Gordon Off-Road there off of Miraloma.
All right, so that's the closest to me. I'm in LA.
Yeah, if you're in LA, it'll be Anaheim. Now, you could also choose if you want to go to Burt's because you've had past experience there and you enjoy doing business with those guys. We're going to encourage you to use some of our dealers as well, and you'll be able to have your car maintenanced at any dealer location.
So when are you holding the prices until?
These prices, I can go back through that. Did we get that in here, Bazzi? Is the price thing in here, or did we not just get so the prices for the base cars are a 2-seat base is $30,000. That is now until 2022 model. So that's a $30,000 2-seat. The El Diablo base is $30,000. Currently, our LE, which comes with more accessories, beadlock wheels, roof, carbon fiber seats, speed key, comes with a bunch of other options. That car today is it 33 and 35? Sorry, I just don't have it pulled up in front of me. I should know these things by heart. And the RG.
The RG El Diablo.
The LG R Diablo is priced fixed until December right now. So we've already done all of our jumps. Our next jump will be in December when we start getting close to delivering cars to the dealers.
So how likely is delivery in December, January going to be happening?
For you today, I'm going to tell you it's impossible. Like I told you, we're at over 6,000 cars pre-ordered. Now I'm counting dealers that are ordering 100 cars for the season. But right now, if you were to order a car today, realistically, you're probably February or March. I'm just being honest with you guys.
Okay, what's the difference between the Bandit and the El Diablo?
Bandit and El Diablo is all cars, let me clarify that, all cars are the same cars, except for the wheelbase changes and the extra 2 seats in the 4-seater. Now, with that said, the 4-seater is going to have a different lower spring rate to be able to support the extra 2 passengers. I believe that the Diablo, in my mind, with my off-road experience, I should be able to build the same shock setups on all 3 cars because they're a very progressive shock, but the 4-seater will take a different spring rate. The 2-seat, between the 2-seat Bandit and the El Diablo is basically a wheelbase change, and I want to say it's 14 or 15 inches. 15 inches. 15 inches between the two, between the Bandit and the El Diablo, 95 to 110, so 15 inches of wheelbase. Everything else is the same. Same dash, same seats, same front doors, same hood, same headlights, same suspension, same wheels, same tires, same motor, same gearbox. All the features, even our base car still comes with that 225 horsepower engine.
Okay, when are you looking at having these completely enclosed?
Completely enclosed, you're looking at June of next year. So West Coast summer is our goal. So we're June of next year. This car here, I will tell you from the manufacturer, and this has been some of our process, but we are sealed from the door down. So this car is the same car, door down, but when we get the 4-door or the enclosed car, it would feature different doors because I have to have doors that have roll-up windows.
Okay, and then what kind of R&D would you say that you're putting into a car compared to like Can-Am goes through a car before they release it?
Well, I mean, we've been, I don't know how to say this, but this spindle here has been on our UTVs since Dakar 3 years ago. And this spindle ran the whole Dakar rally on 3 cars, and all 3 cars finished. So very confident in our components. I've got 35 years of experience building off-road components. And example is a trophy truck just showed up with a 4-wheel drive, with our own CV joints, with portal uprights, inboard brakes. I mean, it's wheels, and we break a drive shaft. A drive shaft has been around in the automotive industry. That drive shaft that we use, we don't even use a lot of guys use a 1350? 1350, and then they go to 1450, right? And then we run a 1550, and I broke a 1550. It's bigger than anybody's using in the industry, and we still break one. But the reality is, we didn't even break that. That came down to a guy that assembled it, didn't get the snap ring put in properly. And that's a supplier. It happens. And so we are addressing all these issues that happen with our vehicles into these UTVs, because it could be a simple snap ring on one of these cars and the motor blows up. Remember, these are still built by humans. Humans touch them, humans put them together, and guys sometimes make mistakes.
Okay. The warranty on the speed key is going to cover bumper to bumper?
Yes, warranty on speed key covers bumper to bumper, obviously, besides a crash and stuff like that, for normal wear and tear. And there is a warranty program that's out there. I know Todd has posted this. There's a warranty agreement. And if you purchase a car, obviously, we will provide you that warranty agreement. I think it's online anyways, though, so I don't believe you even have to purchase it to see the warranty.
So the dealers that have purchased cars now, are they purchasing them with full options?
They are purchasing them all over the board. Most of, like Coin, his last 20 cars that he ordered RGs loaded. That's just what he wanted. He just ordered RGs loaded. So if you got a car and let's just say you go over to Coin Power Sports and he gets a car, he's going to have some cars. I don't know how many of his first order cars are done, but he was car number 15. I think he had 15, 20. There were 15 through 20. He had a bunch of cars, like 30 cars in the first 100 cars. So he's got cars available. Now, I don't know if they're all sold or not, but I know that Coin will have cars available once we do our first set of deliveries.
What's the contact again in Anaheim?
Anaheim is, it'll be Robbie Gordon Off-Road, and it's over on Kramer and Miraloma.
And they'll have ones also?
We will have cars there as well, but I'll be honest, I won't have cars there before Coin gets cars. Coin purchased cars before we purchased cars as a Robbie Gordon dealership. He was one of our first guys at Sand Sports that literally walked over the trailer. He said, "I'm in, give me 30 cars." And it was, pretty much sight unseen. I got to have this car on my floor. And, props to Marty. But Marty and Travis have been longtime friends as well for pretty much my whole career. First dirt bikes came out of Coin Power Sports back in the day when Marv Hendricks hooked up with Marty and got me some bikes back then. So, it's cool to have them on board. We do have Nash Power Sports over in Phoenix. We have Bert's Mega Mall that's part of our dealer platform. We'll have the Temecula Power Sports Fun Bike Center down in San Diego. I'm just mentioning some of our California. Coin has one in Beaumont and in El Centro. So there's dealers throughout Southern California as well already.
Okay. What size sand tires are you recommending on these?
33-inch tall.
And do you have a specific one? Are you making one?
We will have a recommended tire, but the industry's full of quality products out there. One thing I don't want to do is I don't want to alienate the other outside accessory guys out there that have tires and wheels and stuff like that. KMC has been a longtime partner. They have a wheel package. There's sand tires out there, but we will have a recommended sand tire. We will also launch a sand car here pretty soon. That'll be a sand car straight from Speed UTV. Because if you're not a dirt rider, why do you need dirt tires? There's guys that just ride the dunes and they want sand cars.
Okay, and then how about California registration?
California registration is possible. We are in the CARB process. We've been in the CARB process since December of last year. We've already got our fuel tank out of the soak test. We are running our EPA mileage stuff right now. So by the time cars release, we will be California legal.
Okay, very good. All right, look forward to seeing them in person.
All right.
So the soonest will be
Sand Sports, you'll see some Diablos. We'll have a 4-seater there. We'll have some components as well at Sand Sports in October. You will see production vehicles, production vehicles, late November this year.
Very good. Look forward to them.
All right, thank you, and thanks for your patience, and I'm glad you're choosing Speed UTV.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Robbie Gordon, and you are caller number 3.
Hello?
Hello, you're on with Robbie Gordon. How are you?
I'm pretty good, Robbie. How are you?
I'm doing good. You're caller number 3 tonight, so I'm sorry about not getting the ratchet straps, but maybe next week.
It is what it is. Hey, I was wanting to know about the accessories. Like, when you finalize your order, what do you do about the accessories that are not on there?
Well, the accessories that are on there, and these are the major accessories. I don't know what we would have that's not on our accessories. Does anybody know how many exact accessories we have listed already? Can
49 or 50, if I'm not mistaken.
49 or 50 accessories, which is pretty gnarly for a brand new UTV manufacturer to be installing those on your vehicle. We're excited about this process. It's a lot of work, but we're trying to get you guys the best car in the industry picked out the way you want. What kind of accessory are you looking for?
Oh, I agree totally. I was thinking about the heater, the seat cushion, just stuff that you've talked about in the past.
Yep.
And I was wondering about, like, the prices, of course, but when you finalize your order, if it's not on there before you finalize, what do you do?
Yep, so seat heaters are on there. I believe seat heaters are on the order already. The air cushion will be on the order this week. And if you didn't get the air cushion, I don't know many more items that are going to go on there, but when you get close to your 30-day, an air cushion is literally removing the foam and putting the air cushion in. It's not a very difficult part for us to do, where a radio install is a wiring harness and all that stuff I'd rather do from the factory. So that's why we're offering those options early, because as you guys know, the install price is expensive, but if we do it as the car is being assembled, and when the doors are apart, we install the speaker wires and the speakers, it makes our job a lot easier.
Oh, exactly.
So,
I was more referring to the cab heater. I'm sorry if I didn't.
Oh, cab heater, yeah, cab heater will be on there. I don't know if this is showing up on my thing or not. Sorry about this. Hang on, I got.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yep, nope. Cab heater will be an accessory. It'll be a very easy accessory to install. But that runs through up by the headlights, there's 2 brake ducts. And those brake ducts, even though the car does not have air conditioning, did I lose my back running? Yeah, it says I'm running. Huh? Oh, it pauses when somebody calls me? Okay. Yeah, I had another call set up for 10 o'clock tonight, but I didn't think I would spend an hour on tonight's call, and it's kind of cool when we think we got a short one, we end up talking for more than an hour. But let me get back on the ductwork coming through next to the headlights. There's 2 brake ducts there like you'd see on a NASCAR or anything. That is our inlets into the cab. And basically, if you had a windshield, then you would have fresh air coming in there. Now there's a trap door that you have a small return from your turbo, so your hot water from your turbo actually goes into a small little radiator, and you would open up that trap door to let heat into the car.
Okay. I thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
You have a good night.
All right, thank you very much.
Bye.
Can you call Todd for me? Sorry, I'm on here. Call Todd, tell him to call David, tell him my show's still running. Please, Casey? Yeah, just tell David that I'm still in the show. You got it? But tell Todd as well. Yep, Todd, you're watching. If you're watching, please give David a call. Tell him our show's run a little longer than expected. Henry, you're caller number 4 tonight. How you doing over at Speed UTV?
Doing pretty good, Robbie. My question is on your car. I got the El Diablo number 78. Will there be an option to run a second battery?
Would there be an option for a second battery? We don't have a current option now. It's actually, believe it or not, it's the first time I've been asked this. I didn't even run a second battery at the Dakar Rally. But if if you want to pump up your amp on your stereo, obviously I can understand why you'd want to do that. You want to park at the hill and leave your whip light on longer, I can understand that. We'll make an accessory for it. We'll make a separate battery holder that can hold 2 batteries. Thank you for that idea. But this is how this has gone, and we will make sure by the time we deliver cars that there's a bolt-in secondary option for a battery.
I appreciate that. We're going to be racing, so that's one of the reasons I like to have the redundancy.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'll just tell you, on my race car, I'm not going to carry it because I don't want to carry the weight. So, I'm just being brutal and honest with you guys. You can do whatever you want because everybody has their own idea, but I plan on starting my car up at the beginning of the race and not shutting it off until it's done.
All right. I appreciate all the hard work. Can't wait to get the car.
Well, thank you. And we are going to have race cars available as well. We'll talk about those in next week's presentation.
Good, because that's something I was interested in also.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, you're Robbie Gordon, and you're caller number 5, right? 5? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, you're on with Robbie Gordon. Yep, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good, good. I'm picking up a lot of background from the live stream, but thanks for calling in tonight.
Thank you.
How can I help you?
Oh, I was just wanting to call and ask a question about the Speed UTV.
Okay, perfect. Well, you're on live. You're on the live stream with me. It's Robbie Gordon. What's your question tonight?
Yeah, I just want to know is what can you tell me about the big bore kit?
The big bore kit will be an option. The big bore kit is actually going to be a separate block that you're going to have to do, but the price will be reasonable, and it's going to be a lot cheaper to have a second block with the cylinder section. We did build the package that way. It can go to, I believe, a 1265, right? I think it's 1265 is exactly what it is. So you're looking about a 20% increase just in a big bore kit piston size.
And when will that be available?
That'll be available, realistically, we're talking January, February. As soon as cars come out and production's rolling, the big bore block has been designed already, and it is in the process.
Okay, awesome. The only other, do you know what it's going to run?
Price-wise?
Yes.
You're for the block, not assembled, just the block. You're probably somewhere around $1,000 for the block.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You have a good day.
Hey, Robbie Gordon here. How you doing tonight? Lost him. Hey, Robbie Gordon, caller number 6 tonight. How you doing?
Hi, Robbie. This is Eric McKee.
Hey,
I'm working on, how you doing tonight?
good. How are you?
Good. I'm working on a 589. I've got the El Jefe, and I'm working on the configurator, and I just have a couple questions about the cargo box.
Yep.
If it has a drain plug and it has a weather seal around the doors and a latch. I don't see that on there.
Yes, it will have, the top will have a rubber sealed bulb. It will have a drain in it. It will have a mounting mechanism into the bed, and it will have a divider in between the two. Now, I don't know if the divider in between the two is going to be removable or not, because the outside configured is done. I've had a lot of people say they want a divider in it, but I'm looking at it for myself, and if I want to put components and go down to Baja, and I want to put an axle, spare hub and stuff, obviously, I need the link to be able to carry the axle. So I have challenged our engineering staff to make a sealed bulb slide that goes right down the middle, 2 or 3 sections that we can seal different sections.
Okay, great. And my other question was, I'm on the configurator, I'm looking at the graphics, and white carbon fiber doesn't show up real good to see what's going to happen.
Okay.
I was wondering if you could post a picture.
Here, how about this? I'll do a little better. White carbon fiber is right there. Can you see that?
Okay, I walked in another room, so I couldn't see, I didn't get feedback.
White carbon fiber is right here. I can pull this thing over and get you a little better view of what the white carbon fiber looks like. Can you see that there?
Not yet.
He's got a delay, okay.
I'm on Facebook, so.
Yep,
Oh, the car right in front of me, obviously, yeah, I see it, okay.
So there's a white carbon car. Just you're not the only one. It does have a little tint of gray to it, but that is the white carbon that we'll be using.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. You have a good evening.
All right, thanks for your questions tonight. You were caller number 6. Caller number 7, the next one up, is getting 4 speed ratchet straps to tie down their UTV. Hello, Robbie Gordon here.
Hi, Robbie. How are you? Let me mute my TV.
Can somebody get me a Sharpie, please?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Sheldon. Is it?
Yeah, so my Sheldon, I'm master number 1238.
All right, well, you got 4 ratchet straps, so when you close out your order, don't worry about it. You were caller number 7, your car number Sheldon, and your car number what?
Master number 1238, I believe.
1238, he believes. Where are you from, Sheldon?
Parker, Colorado.
Parker, Colorado, not Parker, Arizona. Interesting. Okay, so we'll be able to track you from that. Thank you very much. You have 4 ratchet straps complimentary for calling in tonight. So we'll make the call-ins a little more fun. We'll start giving away some accessories throughout the process. This is week number 22, and you were the first one to get a free product from us. So 4 free ratchet straps to tie down your car.
Cool, that's awesome.
And a case of speed. Rob Harris says you get a case of speed as well.
Awesome, thank you.
He's got, you know what? No wonder we don't have any money around here. We give everything away. Yeah, let me give you Todd Romano's personal cell phone number. Hang on one second, 602. No, I'm just kidding. But call Todd. I want him to give some stuff away too. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
I was just being funny. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So I've got a few questions. I'm going to start with one. I don't know what the decision has been made, but I was wondering how you're going to do the key. One of the things that I do like is that Can-Am has a key that is basically for riders who aren't experienced, and it severely limits the horsepower. I was just wondering if that was going to be a possibility where we'd have hey, my friend who's never ridden, I can give him a key that's only 100 horsepower.
Key fob is definitely something that we're looking at, okay? And we are in that process, and it's not too late to do that. Obviously, a regular standard key is a lot cheaper and simpler option. If we offered 3 or 4 keys, I know Can-Am does it. Let me just look at that, what it would take, and let me discuss it with Todd and our staff members here. But I like the package. It does have a programmable dash. We were looking at doing it through the dash, and basically you could, when you fire it up, you get to program what mode you want. Problem is a kid would be able to figure that out pretty easy, where if you gave them a key fob, you could set them down at 100 horsepower and 40 miles an hour, whatever you choose. So let me take a look at that. It's a great idea. It's a great option that they're doing. Obviously, I got to look and see if they got any patents on any of that stuff as well. But I do like the option.
Yeah, I thought it was something pretty cool. And like I said, I get it. It's just a wish list. The next thing I want to ask you about is, at one point you talked about kind of a trunk where you had basically a toolkit that fit in the front of the UTV. And I was just curious, I don't necessarily need the toolkit because I have tons and tons of tools, but is there going to be a storage area in the hood area of the Baja Bandit?
Right now there's not, because that's kind of where we use that for the heater option. But the glove box is, I want to say it's a 4 or 5 gallon glove box. It's a massive glove box. Maybe it's 3.5 gallon. Do you remember what the glove box size is? More than that? Yeah. Yeah. So I believe it's got about a 3.5 gallon glove box.
Awesome. So 2 more questions, or 1 question and then a comment. The other one is, as far as designing accessories, something that maybe something you could consider is that over the spare tire and the storage on the back of the UTV, if there was just a platform that was on gas shocks for carrying really light stuff,
Done.
Like, sleeping bags and tents and stuff like that, that would be something I would consider buying.
Yeah, basically we designed the bed of it to be flat so that we could put a tonneau cover over it, okay?
Cool.
So yes, that will be a sealed tonneau cover as well. So that would be a sealed compartment for your back bed, and that will be an option.
Cool. My final comment is we are going to the UTV Championship, so I'll see you there. Please bring like every accessory you can, because I'd really like to see some of the stuff before I finalize my order. I know that it might not be possible, but I'd love to just touch some of these things, see what the storage units look like, see what some of the accessories look like. And
Sounds good.
I'll see you at the UTV Championships.
All right, look forward to seeing you in Havasu. Thank you. Did you buy a car? Are you already a car number?
Yeah, I'm 1238.
Oh, 1238. Sorry, I'm losing my brain. You said that earlier. Thank you very much. And the seatbelt or the ratchet straps will come with your car. If you want them ahead of time, please reach out to Ginger at the office, that same number you called me today on, and we'll get your ratchet straps out early if you want to use them now. But congratulations on winning 4 ratchet straps.
Awesome. Thank you, Robbie. Have a great night.
All right, thank you. That's going to wrap up our show tonight. Wow, something I didn't think I would have a 30-minute show. An hour and 15 minutes later, we're into Speed UTV 22. That is show number 22, 22 weeks straight. And we will be back next week for show number 23. I want to thank you for your confidence in Speed UTV. It's been a pleasure to build the best UTV in the industry. So thank you. Good night.